was it Freight Waves?
What? We're live, dude. Look at
Hey.
Welcome back to Chat It Up, baby. It is playoff week
Dude,
finally
we're so
here, boys.
We're so professional.
We are so professional.
and just
Oh,
a great media
That's what
empire.
opens.
That was a my bad.
Yeah. Joseph just hit the button, and
Yeah,
I'm not even sure what Malcolm was talking about. I hope it didn't get in the,
Hey,
in
we
the
have sound.
intro.
We good?
Unfortunately, I did my job this time.
Ah, boy.
Oh,
good.
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah,
Hell
yeah,
yeah, dude.
so
Because that would have been the good time. Probably
that would have been the best. Yeah.
but it's all good. Hey, shout out to the podcast 3 years ago for you. Oh, yeah, dude. Look, Kaylee is going to be wedding out Friday night.
Yeah.
Playoffs, dog.
Dog.
Alabama, Oklahoma is Friday night. Very pumped about that.
Huge.
We are going to talk about all this later, but G5 schools, God bless you. Heavy underdogs this year, boys. It's not going to be great. Good one at noon. Pretty good one at noon.
The best one at noon,
Best
in
one
my
at noon.
opinion.
Yeah.
Because by
Yeah,
I don't love
first
that.
round.
don't get me wrong, like Alabama, Oklahoma, a game just feels like it's going to be ugly. Like it'll be close, but it just feels like it's going to be ugly.
It's going to be, I feel like it's
Like-
either going to be the same game as it was last time. I don't know who wins this one. I'm not there yet. I'll figure that in a few minutes, but I think it's going to be ugly one way or the other. It's either going to look like it did last time, or I think Alabama turns it on and beats the holy hell out of them.
Do you think there's any? I know we've talked about this a couple times with, obviously Joseph believing that Alabama has Georgia's number and then Georgia has Texas's number. Do you think there's any Oklahoma has Alabama's number? Do you think there's, 2 years in a row, because they went, I really thought Alabama was going to be pretty much unbeatable at Bryant-Denny this year. I thought they were going to be that kind of team, and they weren't, apparently. And then they ran out there with Michael Hawkins Jr. in 2024.
Yeah.
And I know the Milroe aspect can't be overstated in that game, but
yeah.
but still, they ran out there with Michael Hawkins Jr. and beat Alabama. And I know Alabama was on the road. Is there any of that left over for this playoff game of, hey, maybe Oklahoma Venables, they just have your numbers? Venables, he came from the Dabo Swinney system. He's seen Alabama for years.
Yeah. I'm not there yet, and I'll tell you why. Because last year with Oklahoma and Alabama, it was kind of like the Jalen Milroe piss down your leg game, where he kind of gave that game away. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to take anything away from Oklahoma, but again, they were pulling guys out of the stands, put them in wide receiver jerseys and shipping them out there.
Sure.
Yep.
And then this game this year, it was kind of similar. Like Ty Simpson had his worst game. So I'm not saying that doesn't exist, but I need a little bit more data first. Part of the reason I feel that way about like Georgia, Alabama is because I watched it happen over multiple coaches, over multiple teams with different players. Like that's what led me to that. Oh, this team has a mental edge over this team. I'm starting to get there also with Texas, like Georgia, Texas, because Georgia last year had no business beating that Texas team, especially in the SEC title game in terms of like team makeup, but they did. And then this year kind of follows suit. Georgia was just a better team, but like I don't think I'm there yet saying Alabama just has a mental edge over Oklahoma.
Other way around.
Oklahoma has a mental edge over Alabama.
Yeah.
Thank you. But if they go out and win this game and it looks very similar and it's because of bad quarterback play, then I'm probably going to hop on the train of like, oh, hey, Venables knows something about Ryan Grubb and Kalen DeBoer and what they want to do with their quarterbacks or how they're doing their quarterbacks to cause this chaos in their head. They're doing something to. It would make me think, oh, they're doing something on the defensive side to really muddy the picture, because they did it to Jalen, then they did it to Ty the first time, and then if they do it to Ty again, it's another data point in the set. So
sure,
potentially.
I do have breaking news out of the state of Ohio. Not Ohio State, but it's the Ohio Bobcats.
Yes.
Ohio has fired head coach Brian Smith for cause.
Yeah, it was apparently serious professional misconduct.
According to this thread, there was potential sharonage.
Is that a verb now?
Yes, it's a verb in a noun.
So wait, okay, hear me out now.
Yeah.
Should it be sharonage because of like, Michigan State had a situation like this on Mel Tucker.
Yeah.
So like, should it be?
Should be
Well,
Tuckerage?
Should
the
he
problem
be
is
tucking?
the problem is Mel Tucker coached a 5-7 team. And
Well, I mean, he did have Kenneth Walker, and that Michigan State team that was really good, which we all thought was like, oh, hey, Mel Tucker. No, it was just Kenneth Walker. Carried that team.
And also
and Peyton Thorne
Michigan. Well, yeah, but I mean, Michigan is coming off 2 straight years of scandal, and then this was just kind of like this is kind of like the sports media pile-on where you see like how like, oh, you thought the Michigan story couldn't get even more insane. Well, here's this.
Yeah.
Here's even more. Oh, somebody on the in the live said Petrino'd. Oh, I like that.
Oh, we're doing
I like that.
We're gonna go kick it old school.
Petrino, yeah. Hey, never forget Bobby Petrino and his 20-something-year-old intern on a motorcycle. Yeah.
That's the best one.
And he showed up in a neck brace to the press conference. Yeah, you're right.
Everything about that situation.
Yeah.
That's kind of a little forgotten.
Could you imagine describing like college football and some of the stories around college football to somebody who had just like was like a totally foreign concept? And just showing them some.
Can you imagine that story specifically with social media? Oh my goodness gracious, that would have been awesome. Can you imagine the Petrino, like the saga of him leaving the Falcons up to that point where he goes back to Arkansas? That just, oh man,
it would have been the greatest.
You mean if social media was what it is now?
Yeah,
like
social media really wasn't. I mean, was MySpace around then?
It was. I mean, it was like early stages of like social. It wasn't near
absolutely not.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't like, oh, hey, I'm making a living because I run 3 different meme pages. Yeah, like that's what I do full time.
I wonder too. Like, I never saw this because I was in high school mostly with MySpace. I don't remember it having like bulletin board material. I don't remember like anybody talking about sports that much. You know?
No, it wasn't. Well, like I don't think sex of social media had gotten to that point. Like it was just kind of like, oh, hey, this is a platform. And you can mostly just kind of use it to like connect with your friends and connect with people you don't know. There weren't really like now we've gotten to the point where it's like, oh, hey, you have this niche on Instagram. Like you like cars. Okay, you're here. You like sports. You're like here. You like entertainment. You're like it's come to that point like in real life where it's like, hey, you choose your friend circle because of common interests and things like that. Social media has gotten to the point where it's like your algorithm, what you get fed on social media is a compilation of what you show interest in on social media.
We didn't have algorithm back then.
Yeah, now it was just
data
all
coding.
Raw. Yeah. It was like, hey, you put something, it gets coded, it's sent to a feed, and there you go.
That's it. Because that's one thing too, is like I feel like my friend group at the time especially would have been talking about sports on social media, and it just did not have that flair. Different world, but daggum, dude. Petrino would have been such a good one. We do want to talk about some quarterbacks because we have more social media chaos because of the transfer portal again. And we have one of my favorite things. I got Keegan Pope's article, top quarterbacks expecting to enter the transfer portal. We know a lot of these guys now. Sam Levitt is his number 1. Dylan Raiola is number 2. Brennan Sorsby, DJ Lagway, Kenny Minchie from Notre Dame, Aiden Chillis from Old Michigan State, and quite a few others. Like there's just a bunch of others guys, from smaller schools, but those are the big guys in the top 5
so far.
I mean, give it time.
Where would you guys have Drew Mestemaker? I mean, that feels like oh, hey, I'm following my head coach, right?
Sure.
Like, there's no one that thinks he's actually in the open market.
Yeah,
like, well, somebody might throw him a bag.
The fact that he hasn't even declared for the transfer portal just means that he's like, I think he'll declare for the transfer portal, and 2 hours later the announcement will be up. Yeah, he's gone to Oklahoma State.
He's going to be one of those like, oh, hey, we see him in the portal. He's got the DNC tag, the do not contact tag. Like, oh, hey, you're following your head coach.
Because Oklahoma State would be a great one. Yeah, Aaron. Yeah,
we got a comment. You put it up there. If you want to.
We do not have a
quarterback
in Tennessee.
Yeah, I think Tennessee's. I mean, we talked about it a little bit pre-show, Malcolm. Faison, that feels like. I mean, maybe you get a graduate transfer, somebody who's like a one and done year, and you keep them in so Faison doesn't have to like get thrown to the wolves. Because I know we didn't talk about the SEC schedule release, but the SEC schedule release, it's 9 conference games and 1 bye week. So
everybody has 9
everybody.
Games,
Everybody has 9 conference games and 1 bye week.
Yeah, the ACC. Oh man.
I want somebody who's not going to compete. Does that make sense? Like I want somebody who's like I want Faison to be a day 1 starter. I do.
I mean, that's where we differ, man.
I'm so against it. It's just, you see this time and time again. You just don't throw a guy to the wolves until until you absolutely have to. I personally think if Nico had been thrown to the Wolves early, that it would have been a complete disaster from what we got at Nico, even just being a sophomore. What we got out of that product, I know he led him to the college football playoff. I understand all that, but
the defense led us to the
yeah,
quarterfinals.
Yeah, I was about
sure.
to say.
I mean,
and Dylan
yeah.
Sampson.
Yeah,
really
yes,
is.
right. But Nico was out there. He was the person taking the snaps, but I think it would have been the Arkansas game like 12 different times if Nico had been thrown out there as a freshman.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I mean, I kind of get it. You lose Nico, you have this Joey Aguilar kind of magical run as a Tennessee fan where you're not expecting it whatsoever, and then now you're looking for the pop because this year as a Tennessee fan was more, I would say, disappointing, right?
Yeah.
Disappointing for what it was before the season, before Nico left, correct?
Yeah. What's funny is like,
but not disappointing when Nico left.
No, when Nico left, I thought this was our ceiling. I said it before. I thought it.
Yeah.
I feel like this was a 7 or 8 win team, and 8 was going to be the ceiling, and it looked better, even though you lost to Vandy. But I thought it looked better than previously. Like, I thought offensively, I just think our defense was really bad. Like, if we could get stops like we could in 24, we would have beat Georgia.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the thing is like you flipped
Mhm.
where we were not a very good offensive team with Nico. There were pops. There were. And there were games you're like, holy smokes, dude. Nico's awesome. And then you're like, hey, he's very pedestrian. And he just ain't got it up here sometimes. Like, so that's the thing is I don't want to throw Faison in there just yet. I want him to get a ton of reps. I see what you're saying because you're like, dude, get this guy in there. Let him rip if he does have Bryce potential.
Yeah, I mean, in this new day and age, guys don't wait, And it's like you're going to have to, like, for example, like Tristan Keys is going to be a day one starter at Tennessee. I don't care what anybody says. Heupel does not start receivers early. He is going to start TK Keys day one because guys don't wait. And if they do wait, they're like, you know what? Somebody else is in my ear. Like, I'm shocked Keelan Russell from Alabama has waited this patiently. I'm shocked about it.
You think that's because they're still in the playoffs?
Yeah, I do, bro.
You think that's the only reason that he's...
That's confusing to me because the Penn State backup sorry.
Purvula last year.
Yeah, Purvula just leaves. Like during the playoff run. Like they're in the semifinal if memory serves correctly.
I think the difference in that situation, and talking about Alabama specifically in this situation, is I think at that point Penn State knew Drew Aller was coming back.
Yeah.
I don't know if Alabama knows if Ty's coming back. Like Ty could declare. Now, I think in Ty's best interest, he should come back, especially the way they finished the season. I don't think he's helped his draft stock. But I think that factor mixed with the fact that they are also still in the playoffs could be why Keelan hasn't. Now, he could also just be one of those rare ones where he's Ty. I mean, Ty had opportunities to transfer. He stuck it out. Keelan could be that guy, but maybe we don't know. I mean,
with Ty too, you have to at least give the ability of what if we are last year's Ohio State? Like, you have to think about it in that capacity of like, he could just rip through this thing.
It's not a 1-to-1 comparison.
It's not.
The problem for me with that, I get what you're saying, Chase.
Yeah.
The problem for me with that comparison is that the potential for that Ohio State team was there last year. It's not like when that Ohio State team went into the playoffs, they couldn't run the ball and then they magically found a way to run the ball like Alabama is this year. Mm-hmm. Like Alabama they haven't been able to run the ball all year. They've just gotten around it until they got to the point where they played Georgia and they had all these other injuries stacked up. And then it surfaced. It's like, oh, hey, this is a major factor. You can't run the ball. Now, how big are these 2 weeks that they got off post SEC championship game? Like, how close to 100% is Parker Brailsford?
Yep.
Like, I know LT Overton's probably already out for this game. I think he got ruled out already. That's a big loss.
Scary.
But you've got Tim Keenan, and Tim Keenan's playing near 100%, at like above 90.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know we'll get into the Alabama-Oklahoma game, but
sure. Yeah, I mean, I think if we want to, coming back around, it's just, I think it's kind of it's in the eye of the beholder for what you can do with these young redshirt freshman level quarterbacks now. Yeah. Because if you think they're ready and you don't know if you're going to get another year of them, then by all means you throw them in. I look at Kamario Taylor at Mississippi State this year, where I don't know if Jeff Levy necessarily knew anything or what the story was there, or if he just wanted to see what he had for next year. But it may have been a thing like, maybe I do need to play this guy to like either see what I have, or maybe I just get one game of him before he jets on off. But I think Mario Taylor will stay at Mississippi State pretty much no matter what. I think the runway is clear for him. But I mean, some of these guys like Faison, you don't know. Like, you have no idea. Like, if it's 6 games in and you're 3-3, and Faison is like, hey, by the way, next year I'm going to Georgia. Well, like, then yeah, you probably throw him in and you play him, you see what you got, and you see if you can convince him to stay.
Yeah, I mean, so the thing with Kamario Taylor is Levy waited, like what? The Egg Bowl was the first game he started, but he played in a couple
games.
Right?
Yeah, he played in goal line sets. He was like
but
he was
in specific sets. That's really like, versus when he plays in the Egg Bowl and he's a starter, it's like, hey, you're the guy.
Yeah.
So it's like you give him 11 games to soak up the playbook and the offense.
Sure.
Versus like if you start Faison year 1, it's like, okay, what has he had? Okay, he's had winter training, spring practice, fall camp. That's all against our own guys. He's probably still drinking through a fire hydrant.
Yeah.
So, like, with Kamario specifically, the idea there, I guess, is that we knew Shapen was on the way out. Shapen didn't really have NFL aspirations. So Kamario had plenty of time to absorb the playbook and then come in. It's like, hey, dude, you know, we're 11 games deep in practice. You've been here since January. You know, I don't know if he actually got there in January, but like, let's just throw that out for example. But you've had time. You've been through spring. You've been through fall camp. You've been through a full season of learning the playbook. Now we can throw you out there. Because I think that's also something that you have to balance is like, it's fun to want to, you know, you get your 5-star and you want to throw them out there. And it's not just for quarterbacks either. This is for offensive skill positions, defensive skill positions. Like, it all depends on their ability to, in my opinion, their ability to absorb the playbook and know where they're supposed to be, when they're supposed to be there from a college level. Because in high school, it's kind of like, and I don't want this to.
If you have more talent, you succeed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is.
But you don't have to be perfect. I get where you're going towards.
Yeah.
You don't have to be flawless in where you stand, your execution during the play. You don't have to know every single set the exact way, or it's not going to work in succinctness with the other 10 players on the football field. Like that, I think that's kind of what you're driving.
Well, I was going to, that's a good way to put it. It's kind of like, I guess a layman's term way would be like, you can kind of just out-athlete people.
Yep.
Now, not every school can do that, and it's not to degrade high school football at any means, because it's still very much difficult coaching. But I think also it goes to show, like, a lot of these like high-profile recruits that end up playing at SEC schools, Big Ten schools, and end up playing early, when you look back at their high school tape, they're like, yeah, I was playing like 3 or 4 different positions.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's because you're the best athlete on the field, dude. It's like when you get to Georgia, when you get to Tennessee, when you get to Ohio State, when you get to Oregon, it's like you're not the best athlete on the field anymore.
Yep.
So now it's not just about, hey, I can recover from my misalignment or my, like, I filled the wrong gap or whatever, because I'm just such a better athlete than everybody on the field. You don't have that luxury anymore for these young guys. And a lot of them, I think there's an adjustment period. I think some young athletes know that going in. They're like, hey, they can set that mindset. There's a little bit more maturity there. They can set that and be like, I know I'm not the best athlete on the field, so I really have to pay attention to where I'm supposed to be, how I'm supposed to be, know the playbook, know the plays. And then some are just like, oh, dude, I'm just part of the what got them there, the ego of being a player, playing at a high level, having to have that competitive spirit is like, I can play now. And then you get out there on the field and it's like, you kind of get hit by a bus of reality. It's like, all these dudes out here were in the same position you were in, you know, so it's like that situation. I know I kind of maybe not explain that the best.
Sure.
Yeah. And that's the part of like the starting as a freshman. And I do want to talk about another phenom. We'll start, I actually kind of want to start from the bottom, because I think DJ is actually the guy in this transfer portal that's high ceiling, lowest floor, right? I think we all agree.
I think,
like,
yeah, definitely. When you think about what he was brought in as, who he was billed to be, who he may not be, who we may think he isn't now, but who I think with DJ's situation, there's the most question marks around his future, his potential of like, was it really just Florida was that much of a dumpster fire. They messed up his development. Like, what is that? Is that what happened, or are these just some of the problems that would have already been seen in Florida? Florida was not unable to cover them up.
You do not want to make him out to be Anthony Richardson. Like that's the one. Unbelievable build, super freak athlete. You don't want him to do that. And that is a potential, like in that Florida situations, but now I think he can go change his ways because he also has just unbelievable skills all around. Whether, if you want to do the whole flashy giant flying around quarterback that can throw it a country mile, Josh Allen, like somebody like that. I don't know where you're going to go with the comparisons, but there is that for DJ. Like he could be Anthony Richardson or he could be Josh Allen.
Why are we having such a quarterback development issue? Have you guys noticed that? It's like what is it? Is it because like a different coverages that have advanced in football? What do y'all think?
Some of it is the dumbing down of coverage. Sure, absolutely. Yeah. But a lot of it is that we are now not giving these guys redshirt freshmen and redshirt sophomore years to learn a program. We are giving these guys a year, we're giving them a redshirt year where they just learn a playbook. Like I think Tom Brady said it. Like, I'm pretty like, and it shows on the field. Like these guys, like you just put the playbook in front of them, they memorize it. They don't instill any of the values, the culture, nothing gets in except learn these plays, learn where all the formation goes. You don't learn the winning DNA. You don't learn any of that from the program. And I think that's what you saw from Alabama's quarterbacks and Georgia's quarterbacks for so long of like Stetson Bennett. If he didn't go to Georgia, I don't know what he would have been, but he would have not been anywhere close to
He wouldn't be on an NFL roster.
No, he wouldn't have been on an NFL roster. He wouldn't have been a 2-time national champion. No shot.
Nowhere.
But now you're giving these kids basically, you're giving them gobs of money. You're giving them less time. And you're telling them, well, just learn the X's and O's and you'll be fine at the next level. Where, I mean, the truth of the matter is the kids just need more time. Like, I don't think we're having a quarterback development problem. I think we're having a misunderstanding of what the quarterback development process is in 2025.
And they also give themselves worse time because if they're not happy, you leave fast.
Well, they think it's I have to play now.
Yeah. Well, everybody we were talking about the most egotistical sport, I think, because you are, in most cases, bigger, faster, and stronger than everybody else in other sports. Yeah, like basketball is really tall and athletic, but also you're a brick shithouse if you're a football player. Like there's just a certain thing. There's a certain confidence you carry as a D1 football player.
I think Lagway and something you guys talked about with quarterback development. I think Lagway specifically is a perfect example of like what's happening with the quarterback landscape, where you're getting a quarterback that wasn't functionally developed, but was physically developed. Like you can tell, and you look at him and you watch him play, he's in a college strength program, but you watch him play the LSU game and it's like, he's not seeing it and he's not learning from his mistakes and he's not so that to me makes me think this was a Florida issue, because when he got to Florida, it was like, okay, do we have to play him so we keep him? Okay, that's an issue. If I understand in the current landscape of college football, you feel that pressure if you're a coach and a coaching staff. We have to play him if we want to keep him. But sometimes that's not always the best option. Now, I don't fully know the quarterback room at Florida, so I'm not saying there was a guy better than Lagway, but watching him,
Bailey, damn it.
Well, I mean, it feels like what has happened with a lot of quarterbacks where they get developed physically, but they don't get developed like as a quarterback.
I hate to cut you off, but Gatson Moore is starting tonight. I didn't know if you guys knew that.
Gas Pipe, man.
Yeah, Gas Pipe is playing for South Florida tonight.
Oh, incredible. Wow.
Yeah. I did not know that. I saw the score was 10-7, but
reason I brought up this quarterback issue is because I saw this tweet. First round quarterbacks since 2020, all benched. Tua Tagovailoa, Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Mac Jones, Bryce Young, Kenny Pickett, Anthony Richardson, Kyler Murray.
Ooh. Well, I think your point about time there also, because Bryce has improved.
Yeah.
Like Bryce has improved this year.
He's been a pro.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not perfect.
Yeah, but you know who's also improved? Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dramatically.
And he was given the right tools, the right coach.
Yeah.
Like that was, you're right. Like it is, who else has improved? Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Like Trevor Lawrence still done some boneheaded ass things in the
He
NFL.
does.
And it probably drives just about everybody, his supporters, his coaches, everybody crazy. But he's now in year 5, and a lot of it is the defense, sure, but he's now got his team to 10-4, which if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, that's like manna from heaven, dude.
Yeah.
There is nothing you could expect more than to get to 10 wins as a Jacksonville Jaguars fan. And so, I mean, yeah, like he had a terrible year last year, but you know what Jacksonville didn't do? They didn't say, all right, go sit down, you're done.
Yeah.
Like we're done. Yeah. Didn't try to shop him around, didn't eat his huge contract and screw themselves for the next, however many years with dead cap money. I mean, they waited, and I'd be very interested to see what this Trevor Lawrence situation looks like for the future, I think, of the NFL quarterback, because if he's successful and they make a deep playoff run this year, then it's like, maybe we should chill out on just insta pulling, like yanking the plug on some of these guys. Now, you get your guys like Desmond Ridder. I get it, man. Like, come on. Come on.
Sometimes it's just not there.
Yeah.
And it's funny how you kind of like look at even the Heisman room this week, like with all 3 guys. You have 3 different versions of this. You've got Sayin, who did take the basic red shirt year. You have somebody that really learned behind this offense, like stayed an extra year. It's like, I just got to bide my time, and then I'm in it next year. Looked awesome at times. Mendoza got better his first year. Cal was okay, and then second year just took off, and he was ready to light the world up. Did transfer, so it's like you don't have that exact time, but also this is your 3rd year of college football, so it's a version of time. And it's somebody that's very intelligent and has played a lot of games and has gotten like the games matter. That's why like that Michigan team was so good, because they had 5,000 starts.
Yeah,
I think that's why they were so good. And then you have Pavia, who's played for 17 years. Yeah. Like starts matter in college football.
I think that's the key. Like, and McShay was on Bill Simmons today, and it was great. Like a fantastic interview. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. I'm not going to step all over it, but it was. I mean, he was talking about it. He was like the guys that the list that Malcolm just brought up. He went down the list of guys with under 20 starts or under 30 starts or something like that. And it's just such a difference between the guys like Trevor Lawrence that they've played so many college games. They've got that experience under the belt. I mean, Anthony Richardson has played freaking 12 games since he was 19.
Yeah. You know who's the perfect example of this year? Bo Nix. Bo Nix played. I mean, okay, listen. It's fun to talk about starts. There's one guy I hate to be that guy. Sorry, TJ Finley. It just ain't happening, brother. It's just not. Go get a job, dog.
Yeah.
It's not happening for you. 7 years in,
the
6 schools deep.
Whatever they got, Sunbelt Plus, Sunbelt Conference Plus. I think they'd love to have him on that network.
Yeah. Go be a color commentator, brother. You'll kill it. But quarterback position, I think that ship has sailed. Anyways, but yeah, Bo Nix is a good example of a guy who has just a lot of starts under his belt, and it's paid off for him, mixed with a coach that I think knows how to cater to what his strengths are. And they don't ask him to be Patrick Mahomes because they're like, hey, we have a really good defense. We understand. Like, we are a balanced team. And it's led to success for the Broncos in year 2 with Bo Nix.
Yep. And Nix hasn't been amazing by any means this year, but it's been he's come through when he needs to come through. And I think that's the mental understanding of the moment. I think that's the mental understanding of like, hey, I've just seen this a lot of times. I got the crap beat out of me at Auburn for 2 years. Yep. Like, and then I went at Oregon, and I had a custom tailor-made system for me that helped me to succeed and developed me in what I am. Then I have unwavering belief from a guy like Sean Payton. And I'm 26 years old. I'm in my second NFL season.
And I'm a little bit more put together up top.
Yeah, Can you guys imagine looking back? I was just saying, if you'd have told me Bo Nix is going to be the number 1 seed in the NFL after he went 20 for 41. 153 yards, no touchdowns, 1 pick against Texas A&M in November of 2021.
God, that feels
and right
like
now,
this.
and you tell me
time with Robbie Ashford.
You tell me right now that guy turns it around, gets to the Heisman Finals, and has a number 1 seed under his belt or very close.
Is on the way to a number 1 seed.
Yeah, definitely will
on
be.
an NFL
Definitely
team.
probably will.
You hit all that, and then Drew just hit me with it was split reps with Robbie Ashford.
That's the thing.
That's the part that really
still playing.
See, yeah, who's still on the Wake Forest
That's the part that drives me the most crazy about Bo Nix is because I know who Robbie Ashford is.
Yeah.
We have same with TJ Finley. We have documented evidence of like this is Robbie Ashford's ceiling. Here's his floor. There's no mystery around what Robbie Ashford was. And Bo Nix couldn't stay on the field with that split in time with that guy. Like they had to run Robbie Ashford out there on third downs to try to get lucky to get 6 yards on a QB run. And this is a guy that's in the NFL not dominating, but I mean he's talking the town.
No, but he's doing what he's asked to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's overlooked.
Yeah.
As a quarterback. Sure. Is just doing what you're asked to do.
Yeah. I think that's
and not putting your team in awful positions. And I think like part of that also was Gus Malzahn just
on his way out.
Yeah, that was Gus.
Gus not understanding what he had.
I think, and I will say, I do think we go back, and I think we've talked about it before. I think it's probably a little on Gus. I think Bo had some times where you're like, oh, maybe he's pretty good. Then you're like, oh, he's back in his offense. Okay, great. Anyways, it's just funny to think about because I was like, how bad? Because I just remember him being so bad at Auburn.
Well, I mean, you also got to think like at the time, because Bo Nix. What was that game you said? 2021.
2021.
So what year was Bo in 2021? Was he a sophomore? Because I'm trying to.
He was a junior, brother.
He was a junior. Okay. Do we realize now that Bo Nix saw 2019 LSU, 2020 Alabama, and 2021 Georgia?
He did.
He so 2019 who? Alabama.
2019 LSU, 2020 Alabama, and 2021 Georgia.
And they lost by 3 to 2019 LSU.
Yeah, that was the closest game LSU played all year.
You guys want to hear his stats against 2019 LSU?
Yes, I do.
15 for 35. Obviously, it's 42.9%, 157 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. That's the most Bo Nix game I ever heard at Auburn.
Yeah. Against what some people call the greatest college football team ever.
Bo Nix.
Definitely the greatest college football offense, in my opinion.
Sure.
He struggled against Florida that year. This was his freshman year. 11 for 27, 1 touchdown.
I remember that game pretty specifically, actually. I remember watching that game. Holy cow.
He only had 3 games with an interception. No, he had a lot of 1-0 games.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Wait, hang on. Did he? If I'm thinking about this correctly, Bo Nix saw 2019 LSU, 2020 Alabama, 2021 Georgia, and 2022 Georgia at Oregon. Because they opened with Oregon.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to hear what he
My God.
Yeah.
They played at Alabama that year.
No wonder he's a winner. He's seen the best athletes on the planet.
He's seen half the guys in the league, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Between those 4 teams.
Oh, this was COVID. Okay, that's why this was weird. I was like, why are they playing at Alabama? Oh, yeah, COVID year. Or what? What the hell is this? I don't know. This is weird. Anyways, at Alabama 2020, 23 for 38, 227 yards.
2 picks. Yeah.
2 picks, no tutties.
Yeah. Remember it well.
Tough run for Bo. Anyway, let's circle back.
Where's Lagway go? We'll do. I guess we're going to do crystal ball just quickly. We don't have to.
Yeah, crystal
ball.
Don't
have to dive into it. Where's he go?
Mickey start.
I'm going Baylor because it's his stops with his dad.
I've seen that.
I just think that it's low pressure. Rehab your image. Go be a low first, second rounder next year.
Huge stats.
Got the physical tools.
And that's a great point because I think Lagway kind of falls into he could be in the DJU like territory of like I know they share a name, but that's not why I'm saying that. I think it could be of like, hey, DJU, it's not worked out for you. Your first 2 stops, and then now you're going to try to go for another Power 5 conference like with huge expectations on your back coming off a 13-0 season.
Go somewhere where there's love. I mean, go pad you some stats and get ready.
Baylor's not. They're not going to be bad. They're not going to be bad.
You will be a king at Baylor.
Yeah, Baylor's in the Big 12. Yeah, we just got to come.
When I think quarterbacks, I think Bryce Petty or Robert Griffin III.
Sure. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
So, what about you guys?
I think he's going to do the exact opposite. I think Lane's going to pay him a fat daddy contract, and I think he's going to LSU. I mean, for his sake, because I actually think DJ's seems like a good dude and, can really have a humongous ceiling. I think he kind of needs to go somewhere like Baylor. I think that's a great call. But I think Lane's going to put a dump truck full of money in front of that guy. Him and he'll get one of those 4 guys.
Yeah.
Levitt, Rolla, Sorsby, Lagway. because $25 million a year is hard to split up, to be honest with you.
Quarterback's the most important too. You got to pay him.
Yeah, I can't get into freshman year DJ out of my head. I think that version was like the nothing to lose, not overthinking version of DJ is really one of the best quarterbacks in college football. Now, I agree with Malcolm. I hope he does go somewhere like Baylor. But dog, when I watch DJ, I look at a Clemson quarterback.
Oh.
He's a Clemson quarterback. He's made to be at Clemson. Like just the way he carries himself. The way he plays, I think he goes.
What is this, Taj Boyd 2.0?
What?
Taj Boyd 2.0. He's a better version.
He's better than Taj Boyd.
Better, yeah.
Pre-massage Deshaun Watson?
I don't know if listen.
He ain't there yet.
Okay, listen,
He needs
guys.
a couple years
I understand the whole massage thing about Deshaun. I get it. We laugh at the Browns.
Field.
But on the football field in the orange and purple, that man was a stud.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Stud.
Yeah, nobody's Heisman winner. Nobody's questioning that. Yeah.
Where's
he go, Joseph?
Arizona State.
Okay. I love that. I've seen that.
Why do you think that?
I've seen Texas Tech too.
I think he'll want to play at a better program than Baylor. I don't think for his long-term future quarterback development, I don't think he'll get what he needs out of Baylor currently, unless
that's kind of what DJ did at Oregon State.
Yeah,
like it's kind of the same thing.
It's kind of like I don't think it all depends on what DJ wants. DJ Lagway wants out of football and out of college football. It's like, hey, do you want to go and make a lot of money and have some fun and throw up some good numbers, but not really get developed and not really have a chance to play at the next level? Or do you want to go and, I mean, you'll get paid regardless, but like not make as much money and really like grow and develop as a quarterback and make it to the league? Because I think if you watch what Kenny Dillingham was able to get out of Bo Nix and do with Bo Nix, I think he could do something similar with a guy like DJ Lagway. I have no idea if Arizona State's on his radar. I have no idea if that's even pitched. But I mean, if I think about Big 12 teams, I think Arizona State's a better landing spot for him than Baylor. I mean, if he's going to go to, I don't think he's going to go to Oklahoma State because, like, if we're talking about Big 12 schools, Oklahoma State, no, because they're going to get Drew Mestemaker. Texas Tech, no, because they're probably going to keep Barron Morton or Will Hammond, depending on if Barron has another year. I don't know if he does off the top of my head. I think Arizona State would be a perfect landing spot for him because you've seen the SEC, you've seen what it has to offer. It has not been good to you. Now, that could be because of what Florida was doing with you and because of what Florida was doing to you. I personally think Lane could get more out of DJ Lagway. I don't know if he wants to front the money for DJ Lagway. I also have the sneaking suspicion that Lane is either going to get Trinidad or Austin Simmons once Ole Miss is out of the playoffs.
The Trinidad thing makes so much sense.
Yeah,
one more year of. I mean, you know, you're getting very good.
Yeah. And Trinidad's also like, if you put up another year like you had this year, but you're at LSU, your draft stock is up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think Lane is personally going to pursue one of those options, but I think he's waiting until Ole Miss is done with the season. So, yeah, I mean, if I'm DJ, like, I think Arizona State would be a really good spot for him. I think Kenny Dillingham could really advance him as a quarterback.
Yeah,
personally.
I would be interested to see like where one of these quarterback gurus going, you know, like we're find one of those guys.
Now, I mean, I could also see him going to Kentucky with Will Stein. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how Will Stein feels about Cutter Boley, like because Cutter Boley put some promising stuff out there,
but better than Lagway showed this year.
Yeah, and I mean that's with Kentucky, so like. It all depends on if DJ wants to stay in the SEC or not.
Can I ask a question? What about Miami?
Miami kind of feels like, what do you want from football? Do you want to just take a big bag and go to Miami and yeah, you'll probably be good because you're playing in the ACC and you'll have a roster advantage over everybody you play, probably even Clemson. Clemson will be the closest thing to you, and you'll just get paid a shit ton of money to play. You'll get drafted because you do well, but you won't have an NFL career because I don't know how well you'll get developed at quarterback. That's not a shot at Shannon Dawson. I mean, I don't mean it to be, but
that's not the way Miami focuses. Like you're right. It's like Texas Tech light. Like it's not development. It's come get the biggest bag. We'll attempt to run the ACC.
Yeah,
and your draft stock ultimately may suffer.
Where is DJ from? He's from Texas.
He's from Texas. He's from Texas.
That's right.
Lagway under Lee at Vandy, I would say no because they just fronted up money for Jared Curtis.
If they hadn't done that, then absolutely. I think Lagway, one of these SEC guys that were on bad teams, is all you could really hope for Vandy, which would be Lagway, Taylor Green. Please.
Oh, dude, Taylor Green.
Please.
Taylor Green in that would be,
y'all
would be incredible.
That would set a new standard for you guys.
Does he have any more eligibility?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any of the other three, I don't know, Ryle, any thoughts?
I could see Sam Levitt going to Miami.
Yeah.
That feels like their guy.
Yeah.
That to me feels like Carson Beck 2.0.
It does. I see what you're saying there. Levitt seems like I don't think he wouldn't have transferred. He's a number one quarterback, but he seems like a good guy to be going to Kentucky, let Stein.
But I really I want to know how Will Stein values Cutter Boley, because and
people aren't going to value, and I hate to flip you on the other side, but people aren't going to value Kentucky.
No, not the same way that.
Yeah, it'd take a real special kid to say, yeah, I'm going to go to Kentucky. I'm going to get with Will Stein, especially in the modern landscape. I'm not only am I going to rehab my image, I'm going to bring Kentucky back to the forefront. I'm going to do it under this one of the preeminent offensive minds of the time.
Yeah, Levitt to Miami feels right. I don't know if it'll actually happen. I just don't think DJ's going to end up LSU. I don't know.
You're right. I think you're definitely right on he'll go get Trinidad. Maybe Austin.
Maybe. But
I think it'll be in my order now. I have it. I think you're right. I think it's Trinidad, DJ, then Austin.
How much do you guys read into the reports? Because they come out and they said that apparently John Summerall and the staff met with DJ and talked to him about getting competitiveness out of him and getting the most out of him. And apparently those meetings didn't go well.
Yeah.
So how much do you read into how bad does DJ want this?
I think it's bullshit.
You think it is?
True. I think they just want their own guy.
Yeah.
They might. Yeah.
It's hard to believe anything that comes out of this early transfer portal cycle news. It's so hard to believe any of that.
The thing that feels the most concrete to me is Aaron Philo to Florida because of Buster Faulkner.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's.
Yeah. I think, I don't know. I think Levitt will go bag chasing. I know pre-show I was kind of dissing on Levitt. I won't go that far here, but what I've seen of Sam Levitt shows me that Sam Levitt and his camp are concerned about one thing, and that's Sam Levitt maximizing his earning potential at pretty much all time. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but that's what they seem to be chasing. So a school like LSU, Miami, Texas Tech that's going to throw around the biggest dollar figure is ultimately who will get Sam Levitt. I don't even think it's going to be a question of do you want to develop? It's going to be, you got 2.1 million? Cool. I'm ready.
I'm interested because he's a West Coast kid.
How much more eligibility does Jordan Mayava have?
It's kind of what I was wondering. But he would.
He's an entry.
I think you'd keep Mayava.
Yeah,
over that.
I think he's got 2 more years.
Me too.
Right.
On the screen.
Oh, what about Dylan Raiola? Oh, what's up, Levi? How are you, man? What about Dylan Raiola? Dude, I'll be honest. Dylan to me is the one that I feel the least confident about out of any of these guys because to me,
he was the Nebraska heir apparent. That was supposed to be what his career was.
It feels like
the most obvious. What? Texas Tech. He's going to complete the.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
No, dude.
He's going to. Yeah, he's going to.
Oh, he's got to complete the Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes triangle.
Yeah, I just because it's not only that is he entering the transfer portal, it's his uncle got fired. So is he going to just follow his uncle and go wherever his uncle goes to coach, or is he going to go and be his own player now? Is he going to? I don't know.
How do you evaluate?
What injury did he have?
What
was it again?
Did he tear? He didn't tear his ACL or his Achilles.
It's like MCL, I think. I think it's less severe.
I don't know if he had surgery. I don't know if Dylan Raiola had surgery.
That's the thing. I was thinking today when I was looking at his name.
Ankle injury. It was an ankle injury.
Yeah. I was looking at his name. It was hey, he's coming off injury and he didn't look particularly outstanding. I know Nebraska was kind of a dumpster fire.
He broke his fibula.
Broke his leg. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
that's a little
surgery.
more. That's a little more
8 to 12 weeks in return. mean,
I could see him at Miami too.
He is an Oregon Duck, 100%.
Dante's coming back though.
Dante's not.
I don't think
back.
I don't think
so.
he is.
I
I
think
think
Dante,
preliminary stuff is Dante's headed for the draft. Like
he's a
they're telling him,
first-rounder,
that's who I
like,
thought Levitt would go to.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he is an Oregon Duck for sure. If Dante goes back, he's going to screw this entire quarterback class up.
So if Dante goes,
Mm-hmm.
Levitt, Raiola.
That's one of the two Oregon quarterbacks.
Levitt's from Oregon.
Then maybe Levitt to Oregon and Raiola.
Who would you want?
Raiola.
You're Dan Lanning. Like, who do you feel like's more of a Dan Lanning guy?
Sam Levitt.
Yeah,
I think it's Levitt.
Despite what you feel about,
I think he's more.
Despite what I feel about Sam Levitt,
No,
I'll be honest. Like, I mean, what I was saying pre-show, I cannot believe that we're having a conversation about Sam Levitt being the number one most desirable quarterback in the transfer portal. I cannot believe it. I mean, he is so clearly to me now an average Big 12 quarterback who had Cam Scatterbo, and when Jalen Tyson was not on the field, struggled his ass off to beat the worst of the Big 12. But I have that much faith in Dan Lanning's ability to just throw a quarterback out there who has average talent, which Sam Levitt does to his credit, maybe even has above average talent. Dan Lanning's going to get the best out of him. He's going to and he's going to throw him in a no lose situation until you play the cream of the crop in the college football playoff.
Well, it's not Dan because he's a defensive guy, but Dan has went 2 for 2 on coordinator hires because he hired Kenny Dillingham and then Will Stein. So it really depends on who he hires at OC.
Sure.
Which
But
we've
thrown Bo Nix and Dylan Gabriel in there and Dante Moore. So that's 3 for 3 on quarterbacks that people I wouldn't say had given up on, but people were kind of like,
maybe this guy wasn't what we thought.
And then at Oregon, they're competing for national championships. So, I think he could definitely do that with Sam Levitt. Do I think he could do that with Dylan Raiola? I really don't know, guys. I really don't know what Dylan Raiola is. I over the past couple of years, my opinion of Dylan Raiola has went for, look at this Patrick Mahomes wannabe. He beat Colorado really badly that one time. To, is this guy even good? To, well, maybe it was all Matt Rule's fault. So I really have zero clue what Dylan Raiola actually is as a quarterback prospect, even just a college football player, not even at the next level, because what he's put on tape so far.
He doesn't look like a pro.
Yeah, he's running for his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is running for his
you
life
can't
also.
look like a pro in that situation.
Yeah.
So, Dante, as of right now, this is ESPN's, and I've seen a few others. Dante will be number 2.
Yeah, and it's
Mendoza's one.
Mendoza.
Yeah.
Mendoza is going to get somebody fired, bro. Like bad.
I agree with Malcolm.
Like, bro, Mendoza.
I don't want to delve
He's
into
the
it.
perfect Jets quarterback. Right?
Oh yeah, I mean, he is the perfect Jets quarterback to get somebody up out of there in 3 years.
Jets like Pavia, dude. Hands off.
Yeah, I heard that. I got a question for you guys.
He's the only one that I think could make it in New York. Pavia's too nice. I saw that interview. You can't make it in New York. They'll eat you alive.
You mean Mendoza?
Mendoza? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Pavia's perfect.
Pavia's perfect for New York.
Pavia's psycho enough.
There's reports and speculation that UCLA quarterback Nico Iamaleava is going to re-enter the portal.
Good luck.
We'll see you at UNLV, dog.
Yeah, dog. You got it.
Oh yeah, he'll be great in Vegas.
Oregon State, here you come. Like what? Why?
You don't
Head coaching change.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, but like,
Where's that coordinator going to go?
Who?
UCLA's coordinator.
Jerry Neuheisel?
Yeah, I wonder where he'll go.
I don't know.
I wonder where he'll go.
I'm just wondering, like, hypothetically, I hate to say this. Nico and Joey Hazel, I mean, they're like this, bro. He's the reason. I would take Nico back in a heartbeat for 1 year.
Stop it.
I'd do it.
Stop it.
Just to be a bridge between Brandon, but like he wouldn't be on scholarship.
We can do better.
We can do better. There are better transfer portal quarterbacks.
Go get Sorsby. Honestly, go get the other App State guy. Just keep that train rolling.
Yeah.
I'd take Sorsby over Nico for sure.
Try to get the kid from East Carolina.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah,
you know, that kid from West Carolina. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do exactly.
Like 41 for 41.
Yeah, I know exactly.
He's in the portal as well.
East Carolina's coordinator just got hired somewhere big, didn't he?
East Carolina's coordinator, probably.
Yeah.
I know their quarterback was the star of the show this
year.
Yeah,
I mean he's number 6 right now in transfer, and was at East Carolina. So he's obviously doing something.
Yeah, and he's probably undervalued because he was at East
Yeah,
Carolina.
I think that's fair. I think that's one guy to watch out for. Sorsby predictions, kind of up in the air there. I mean,
Tennessee does sound like a fun favorite.
Yeah, highest bidder maybe on him.
I mean, he's the highest bidder guy. I don't think he cares.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to go too far. I'll be honest with you. I he's in such a good location.
He has Knoxville ties.
I can't believe he left Cincinnati. I'll be honest.
He ends up at Michigan after Bryce leaves.
Yeah. I mean,
my long
that's
shot.
That's the thing.
There
There's a lot of dominoes still left. There's so many dominoes.
Well,
it all kind of revolves.
too.
The worst part about whatever happened last week, you guys did a great job breaking it down. I really enjoyed the duo episode last week.
Thanks. We loved it.
The worst part about all that happened is whatever happens at Michigan is going to be this domino effect that just keeps on going, that just keeps reverberating through college football. Like it's going to be like you're going to feel the effects in the group of 5 from the Michigan hire based on where all these transfer portal, and even like I've seen there's been some Michigan guys that have asked out of their letter of intent already. So
that's going to be such a weird situation.
By the way, I just want to clarify that was pure shot in the dark speculation. I don't actually we don't know anything about
we all
Bryce
love
Underwood.
good speculation. That's fine. We're in it. We're all.
That was just like hey, if this hits, I want all the credit, but when it doesn't happen, don't.
Sure.
Yeah. Everybody just forget that I said that. So
All right, let's start with the weekend, boys. Friday. I'm glad they did it. Curse you, NFL, for taking over Saturdays. But it's part of the game.
Sure.
It's part of the game. The love of the money game in this situation. Alabama, Oklahoma. I know we touched on it a little bit earlier. And I think we all kind of feel the same way. This could be ugly. Could be real ugly. In Norman, Friday night. Friday night games are weird. We all love a good Friday night weirdness. Who wants to start?
I will.
Fire away.
Because it's really simple. It's Boomer.
It's Boomer?
Yeah, it's Boomer. I mean, the answer is simple. I saw an Alabama team. Georgia is not a better team than Alabama, to me, on paper. They're just not. I think they're very, very equal. That team looked outmatched. And I think, personally, Oklahoma has a better defensive front than Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I think it's going to be a mismatch. Boomer Sooner. Give me Oklahoma 21, Alabama 10. This is ugly.
Gross.
So your prediction relies on Oklahoma scoring 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, but I think one's going to be a pick six.
Are they all offensive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. One's going to be a pick six. So this is going to be an ugly game, bro.
Cool.
I just don't see like Ty looked bad in the SEC championship game.
Ty's like, I'm immediately coming back. I'll see you guys next year.
Like for sure, like he's going to have to come back. So that's my prediction. Boomer.
Sorry, I'm trying to get the game pulled up.
I don't know. Because we talked about a little bit in the early show for the people who weren't here. We talked about, hey, does Oklahoma just have Alabama's numbers? Does Venables just have this program's number right now? I'm here to tell you, I don't think so. I kind of believe what Joseph has stated. Like, it took just a horrific Jalen Milroe game, the worst game that he played in college. And Ty Simpson, I don't think Ty Simpson's looked good since the Missouri game. Yeah, a lot of that comes down to his offensive line. I'll be interested to see the health of their offensive line. But also Alabama, I believe I saw a stat, and don't quote me if I think it's somewhere around this number, was missing like 10 impact players for the SEC championship. Like
they were undermanned for sure.
Yeah, and I didn't really see a whole lot about that before or after the game. And I haven't seen a lot about that leading up to this Oklahoma game. It's just, I think everybody's just kind of talking about the previous matchup with Oklahoma and how did Alabama lose at Bryant-Denny Stadium. I'm here to say that at full strength, this Alabama team is much better than this Oklahoma team. And Alabama, if you play that game 99 times, 100 times. Well, they probably won that game 91 times, and they played somewhere in those 9 games that they would lose. This the first time they played. Towards a perfect scenario for Oklahoma to beat them. I don't think they get that again. The one thing that I could see changing is, hey, does this rest, Alabama getting on these guys back, is Mateer finally healthy? Because Mateer has been just terrible. I'm not sure how many curse words we have left on this pod, but I would have just said them right there.
I think live's a little different.
What? Live's a little different. You just let it rip, but
I think so.
But
I don't know the rules.
I don't either.
I heard a C word dropped on a couple of Barstool YouTubes.
Whoa.
Today.
Yeah, but that's Barstool.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, that would be the question for the guys remaining. Is Mateer's health, that's actually what's been affecting, because I'll be honest, I personally believe Mateer has been like 50% for maybe 50 to 75% for the since he came back from surgery.
Yeah.
Is that enough to swing this game to where, like, if both teams are playing well, is John Mateer enough? I don't think so. I'm going to take Alabama. I'll take them 27 to goodness. I'm sorry. I really don't know, but 27 to 13. Like I really think that Oklahoma has done their last dance against this Alabama team.
Mm-hmm.
Chase?
Yeah. I kind of feel the same way. I think Alabama turns it around. I think we're going to get that next round matchup. It's going to be pretty sweet, I think.
It'd be Alabama, Indiana, right?
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. Sorry.
No, you're good. No, I was trying to think of it too. I was like, I just lost my brain for a second. I'm just trying to like figure out if Oklahoma can do that exact same thing again. I think you got a good point. There's 9 or 10 wins in 100 games that they can figure out. And it's got to be ugly, man. And it's got to be ugly. And there's one Mateer game that he has to prove to me he is the best version of himself and that would have kept going. If he wouldn't have broke his hand, maybe he does keep going and just rattles it off. Maybe these extra 2 weeks are great for his hand. I don't know. Dude, he has a humongous jump. Like, it's been just meh.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to run all over the field again. I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it again. I think you're right, Drew. I think this is a big, big defensive game again. I think we're going to get, a 20. Yeah, I think they get him. I think Alabama figures it out offensively. I think this is like 28. Yeah, 28. Yeah, something weird like 13 or
I just
15. Something strange they're going to have to get
until
to.
I see that Mateer is not the guy that I saw at Texas. I know he was coming off hand surgery, which is a big factor in that game. But that Texas team was dead at that point in the season. Like, they were dead, dying, bleeding, and that Oklahoma win basically gave them life to get through whatever the next part of their crap season was. But this is an Oklahoma team, like I gave them the nickname, the Oklahoma Cockroaches. They have escaped at every point. And at a certain point, like, you can't just defense your way through this thing. You're going to have to put actual drives together. You can't just depend on your defense to put you in the opposing team's territory every single game. And John Mateer was good before he got hurt, but he wasn't like amazing. And they only beat Auburn because they basically cheated. So, yeah.
It is what it is. Like,
yeah.
Do you feel that you saw anything from Alabama in that Oklahoma game, or like, they can fix a few things? Or did you kind of feel like, that defensive front, I think it's Oklahoma, I think it's Texas Tech, and honestly, it's probably Auburn, to be honest, with some of the three of the best defensive fronts that I've seen.
Miami.
In Miami. I was like, I know I'm missing one somewhere. But those four, you're just like, holy hell, how does anybody stop this? And that's why, like, I do feel like there is a path where, Oklahoma obviously can win this game. It's in Norman. But dude, you just can't stymie this team again, right?
Yeah.
Right? I don't know, man. This is a weird one for me because Friday night factor adds a lot to it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, plus this game's in Norman this time. It's not in Tuscaloosa. But boys, let me read you a couple of stats from this game for the first time, because
please.
Last time I picked Alabama, and I kind of picked Alabama emphatically. Alabama had 23 first downs to Oklahoma's 12. They went 5 for 13 on third down. Oklahoma went 3 for 13 on third down. They had 406 total yards. Oklahoma had 212. 326 passing yards. 138 for Oklahoma. They outrushed Oklahoma. What have we talked about Alabama all year? They can't run the ball. You know who also can't run the ball? Oklahoma. I don't think they're magically going to find it. And to be honest with you, I'm rolling with Alabama, because I don't know if Oklahoma will be able to replicate what they did in Tuscaloosa. Again, it's easy to look and be like, Alabama can't run the ball. They hadn't been able to run the ball all year. Looking in the Georgia game, you could definitely tell that Jam Miller wasn't playing. And you could tell that Josh Cuevas wasn't playing. And you could tell that LT Overton wasn't playing. Like, their passes out of the backfield to the running back it was just not there.
Not there.
It was not there for Alabama. So that's my biggest question for Alabama. How healthy is Jam Miller? Because Oklahoma had 3 weeks off. You only had 2. You had to play an SEC title game. So they have the advantage in the rest department. Plus, they get you at home. Problem is, when I look at Oklahoma's weapons, if they're not able to get these turnovers, I don't see them having the success moving the ball. I don't like the matchup. I don't think Oklahoma's receivers are good enough to ball out on these Alabama corners. Like I like Dejon Lee as a freshman. He's been really good. Xavier Brown's been really good. Keon Sabb's been great. They've had him for 2 years at Alabama now. Even if Mateer is fully healthy, I only think so much of the Mateer run game and Oklahoma not being able to run the ball either is only going to get you so far if you don't have these 3 turnovers that you got in the first one.
Yep.
So I think the game's close. I've got Alabama 24-17. But I think they win it this time. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if Oklahoma won this game because I do think that the rest factor is very, very huge.
Very
the fact
big.
that Oklahoma got an additional week off. But I don't know, man. I struggle to see them.
And you already beat up as Alabama too.
Yeah, I struggle to see them replicating the 3 turnovers, the 2 fumbles lost, the interception that Ty threw. I don't want to bank on that when I make a prediction for a game. I don't want to say, I think Oklahoma's going to win this game because I think they're going to be able to turn the ball over 3 times. Like they're going to be able to get these turnovers. Now, at some point, when a team's so good at this, it's hard not to factor it in.
That's the thing is like you are talking about one of the 4 teams that probably can do this.
Yeah. Like this is this is just what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They turn the ball over. They make you turn the ball over. Sorry. But if I had to guess, I think, at this point in time, looking at this game, I think Alabama might get one. And if the turnover battle is maybe -2, I think if it's -2 in this first game, Alabama probably wins. I mean, think about what it took for Oklahoma to win this game. So much had to go their way.
So much.
And it's hard for me to wrap my head around that happening twice. Now, if Oklahoma comes out and that additional week of rest really shows, and Ty's doing the same thing he was doing in the SEC title game, and he's running for his life, and there's no out of the backfield passing game, and Ryan Williams is non-existent, and like if all that comes to fruition, because the way that Georgia was able to get pressure on Ty, Oklahoma's definitely going to be able to get pressure on Ty.
Yeah.
I see an avenue for them to win this game. Like much more than I did the first time I thought Alabama was going to win this game going away. I very much see an avenue for Oklahoma to win this game, even without the turnovers. Like I think if there are no turnovers and it's even 0-0, the game's like 13-10. But I don't know. 24 feels like it wins this game for me.
Yeah,
because I mean it won the first game. So
Oklahoma's only had 25 or more scored on them. Like
let me pull up their schedule real quick. Oklahoma,
yeah, them and Auburn and Texas Tech. Like
the team that scored the most on them was Ole Miss, and they scored 34.
Yeah, they beat them 34-27.
Yeah, but I mean that's Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin. Like
and Trinidad
that offense was really good.
Yeah, that's the part. Like it's the worst way to win a football game. It feels like because you just got to hope our offense is just like their best version's not very good.
Yeah,
but our defense is so good that's hard to. It just feels like it's very hard to rely on with all the talent Alabama has. I just don't think they're going to do it twice.
Yeah, and a lot of the criticisms we've had for Alabama offensively, you could turn around and make for Oklahoma. The only thing that's missing is like Oklahoma doesn't have the pass game that Alabama does.
Yeah.
Definitely not a receiving core. Not even close.
Like Satinga's good.
Satinga's good, but then you got to think 1 through 4 for Alabama is Bernard, Ryan Williams, Nazir Brooks, or Horton's third.
Isaiah Horton, yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan might be third right now, bro.
I mean, I just
and Cuevas.
Yeah,
what a luxury.
They've had one more. They've had a freshman that come on. Oh gosh, his name's escaped me, but
yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think Malcolm. Sorry, you're on Boomer Sooner Island by yourself today, buddy.
And that's all right, man. I get it. Like I would pick Alabama too. I just they looked horrible. And
I understand.
They did.
And you might be there might be like this weird thing like it's just a bad matchup for DeBoer.
Yeah, like I don't know. Brett Venables. I mean, I think he's finally figured it out.
I do too.
Yeah.
I will say I think Venables showed he's figured out ways to win. It's almost Vrabel style, if y'all remember that. Like it kind of feels like that right now. Like you're like, holy shit, we're kind of just getting this done.
Yes. Thank you, Levi. Latsier Brooks was the other Alabama receiver.
Man.
All right. We're going to talk about this next game individually. Miami at A&M. The other two we'll kind of just talk about as a whole. We'll do the whole. It's the same thing you got to do with everybody that everybody's doing this week is like, who do you feel like's better, has a better chance in the G5s? These spreads are horrific. Anyways, we'll get to that. Miami at A&M. The more I look at it, I think this might be my favorite game because I think there is a possibility of A&M being just a weird wild card. It's like they finally played their best team. It wasn't that great.
Yeah.
So Miami rolls into town. They're kind of the same thing. I don't really know how good they actually are. I really don't. I think they have humongous potential. But at A&M, noon, Drew, we'll start with you, buddy.
Oh, good. All right. So I think we have a couple of Alabama fans in the chat who are probably going to bite my head off when I say this. But ultimately, I don't feel that the Alabama-Oklahoma game matters much who wins it. And why do I feel that way? I don't think either of those teams, their ceiling is national champion. I don't think the product that I've seen from both of those teams this year has been, a good playoff team, deserves to be in the playoffs. Both of them deserve to be here. I'm not going to argue with that. I hate Oklahoma's in over Vanderbilt. I'm not going to argue with you. Oklahoma has a better resume. But even though they got anyways, stop. We're good. It's over. The playoffs is already
hash that out anymore.
No, we're good. But in this game, Texas A&M, Miami, I feel like both of these teams can win the national championship. I feel like the ceiling for both of these teams is greater than it is for either of Oklahoma or Alabama based on what we've seen this year, because I know that Texas A&M can dance with Notre Dame, who I'm not going to argue with anybody that thinks they should have been in or out. I thought they should have been in, but I totally understood that we're doing the most deserving thing or we're doing the head-to-head, so that's cool. But I know that Texas A&M can dance with them. And I know that Texas A&M can dance with them on a big stage. And then I know that Miami can also dance with Notre Dame, which is important. I know I think Miami has the lowest floor of anybody in the playoff besides the G5 teams just because they're Miami. But if I'm looking at this game, honestly, it kind of comes down to what version of these two teams am I getting? Because I think there's a vastly different version of both of these teams that we've seen throughout the season, where A&M in the South Carolina and Texas games, you're like, what sport are you guys playing compared to what you've been doing the rest of the year? And then with Miami, they're just crystal balling games away, and Carson Beck is making throws that he should be attempting in maybe in a like where his team has no chance, but he's going into these games where he's favored and he's like, I got this. Let me show you what I can do.
Yeah.
So I think it comes down. I hate to say it comes down to the quarterbacks because it really doesn't. Because I think it actually in this game comes down to the defenses. Because I think Sellers and Beck definitely will have an effect on this game. But can Texas A&M stop Miami?
Marcel Reed.
Who did I say?
Sellers.
That's Illinois Sellers? Oh, that's so funny.
God.
You're good. Oh, that's funny.
Well, you had South Carolina on the brain because you brought up that game.
Yeah.
You're good. Sorry.
Can Texas A&M stop Miami? Because they weren't able to stop Texas, and they really weren't able to stop Notre Dame. They just outscored Notre Dame. So that really is the evidence, the two teams this year of evidence who could be most equivalent to Miami as far as overall skill and closeness and program prestige. So can Texas A&M stop Miami? Because I think Miami can stop a lot of what Texas A&M wants to do. And if this game is in that range that the Miami-Notre Dame game was, then I give the nod to Miami. I think I am going to take Miami because I think
Are you really?
I think so. I think they're a very fun wild card, as Chase said. The same thing with Texas A&M. I think they're both fun wild cards that have national championship potential, that have serious, real flaws as teams. And I think if Miami can keep this game in that 31-28, or not 31-28, 20-31 range for both teams' points, I think that's the game that Miami wants to play. I think Texas A&M actually has to run up the score on a team like Miami to beat them. especially if Beck is not just lobbing the ball to the people in crimson jerseys. So, or maroon jerseys, excuse me.
Oh, you'll mind if I follow Drew?
No, please. I was going to say you next anyway.
Yeah, no. So I love that you said, because I think you danced all around it. I actually do think this game is a quarterback game, because I think that's what's held these two teams back is when bad quarterback play happens. Because I know what I'm going to get from Miami with Ruben Bain. I know what I'm going to get from that defense. I know what I'm getting from Torian York on the defensive side of the ball with Texas A&M. When I look at it, it's like, how have these two teams lost? Well, when A&M lost to Texas, it was bad quarterback play. Marcel Reed looked rough. Now, that was on the road at Texas. He had
the ankle injury.
He did, 100%. It's totally viable. But that's your guy, so he's got to play. Carson Beck, the game against SMU, Carson looked horrible. Horrible.
Sure did.
So that, to me, is the most important factor in this game is who has better quarterback play. And I actually think if this game gets into a scoring race, I actually think that leans in A&M's favor, because A&M's played a couple of scoring races this year, and I think the more you force Carson Beck to throw the ball, the more mistakes he'll make.
Yeah.
Now, I think the reason I say that is because Carson, in my opinion, has less answers than Marcel Reed. Carson has Malachi Toney. Mark Fletcher's been kind of inconsistent with Miami's run game. CJ Daniels, he had that incredible catch against Notre Dame.
Haven't heard from him since.
What else am I getting from the Miami receiver corps? Sure. If Malachi Toney's not there, what else am I getting?
I'm with you. If that's what I mean. If Notre Dame or Texas A&M has to run, they have to win they have to run up the score versus Miami.
I also think Marcel Reed has Casey Concepcion, Mario Craver, Le'Veon Moss, Ruben Owens. I think they just have more answers. If I have to pick a team, I'm picking A&M because they're at home. Kyle Field's going to be absolutely wild. I don't think Carson Beck's as good on the road as he is at home. And I think if A&M can use all that momentum and have more answers on offense, they'll be able to make Miami make mistakes. Also, I think Marcel Reed just stands a better chance of getting away from Miami's defensive line than Carson does A&M's defensive line. I've watched Carson, a lot of Carson, as a Georgia fan. He's not great when there's pressure because, listen, if you're trying to run zone reads, fakes, we know the quarterback's not keeping the ball. That's not going to work. So you're kind of relying on a traditional run game with Miami. And if A&M's able to bottle that up and then Miami's forced to throw the ball, that's more times Carson's putting in the air. I just think that's a bad time for Miami, and it's a bad strategy. So I'm going with A&M. I think they'll win. I think they'll cover. It's 3.5. Give me A&M 28-20.
Miggy, last pick for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna make this one quick. I do not think we're gonna get a good version of Carson, and it's really unfortunate because Miami, from a matchup standpoint, should win this game. I love Miami offensive line. I love the run game. To your point, I think that on the outside there are some areas where they can exploit this back end from Texas A&M. South Carolina did the very thing. They laid the blueprint on how you beat Texas A&M. Speed kills. Miami's got plenty of it. Can Carson get that football to those boys? I don't know. You've watched Carson for years. He, to me, is Cade Klubnik with a hotter girlfriend and a better car.
If he's got time, he's one of the most accurate quarterbacks I've ever seen.
Yeah, but I don't know if Miami has the bandwidth to give him time, but I don't know if that's going to be a possibility. So with that being said, give me A&M 28. Give me Miami 21.
Tulane or James Madison before you go?
Come on, man.
Who do you think? What game do you think's better?
Tulane, easy.
Tulane,
because missing Ole Miss is Lane Kiffin the best play caller in football to me.
Yeah.
So I think yes, Charlie Weiss Jr. still is there. I think they're gonna just be off. I think it's a lot of pressure to not make mistakes, and I think Tulane with a motivated, Summerall, I think they're going to be able to make noise. Do I think they're gonna cover? Yes, but I think Ole Miss is gonna pull away.
Gotcha.
So I love you guys.
Love you too. Peace
you,
out, big dog.
I will.
This is really tough because they're not the same teams, obviously, but I just feel like both Notre Dame and the South Carolina games, it took a dadgum bloody miracle for that for you to pull out those games. And it's like, God, and obviously A&M's had really, really good games at home. They beat the hell out of Florida and LSU, and they've got those on the road, but they didn't play anybody great. And they go on the road to Texas, and it just looked bad. And of course, the ankle injury didn't help. And I know if you want to call it dramatic, but I mean that rolled ankle sucks for somebody like Marcel Reed. But I think Miami's just as problematic as they are. I think that's what worries me is like they're just as problematic as A&M can be. And this is hard. This is actually a tougher one than I thought it'd be, but I'm going to go A&M. I don't love my own pick. I'm going to go A&M because I like Marcel better than I do. And I'm not, you know what? I'm not even going to say I like Marcel better than I do Beck. I like the receivers better and the weapons better from Texas A&M. I think Elko is going to have a really nice run. I think Elko is going to he's with this big W, getting the first round and seeing how you do in the next one. I think this is one of those like kind of puts Elko in a newer class. You get this one, and I think it adds to it. Like, you have a great regular season, but there's the shitty media asterisk that you have on it. It's like, well, who'd you play? It wasn't big games like these. You're like, what, dude? LSU was bad in a year that they're not supposed to be bad. This team's not as good as they were supposed to be. Like South Carolina is going to be a much better game than it was supposed to. All this stuff. So give me A&M. I think this is higher scoring. I'm going to say 34-24.
Bang.
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 I like it. Yeah.
Miami Allen.
Yeah. I'd be okay with either team getting picked.
Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of it's one of the. I think both of these games, these early Power 4 conference college football playoff games are kind of who you want. Who do you believe in more? Pick your flavor. Unlike what we're about to talk about.
Unlike the bloodbath.
Yeah, I mean, let me lead this segment off by saying, I mean, I guess this is the ending segment. This is like this is it. Like, look, it's whatever team you think personally has a chance to whatever Power 4 team you believe has more weaknesses to be exploited on some off chance that Tulane or James Madison can find them. I don't know, dude. I know the playoff is definitely going to change because of this, but I think we should enjoy this. I think we should enjoy what this is about to be, because I think as much as we want to believe that this is going to be a March Madness, we were talking about the Kentucky-Oakland game a couple years ago before the pod. That kind of situation. It's not going to be that at all.
You're in a
for either team.
Way different sport.
Yeah, Joseph, you said it perfectly. James Madison is about to get sacrificed, and they're getting sacrificed to change the playoff again, whether that be expansion or the death of the conference champion auto bids. Like, they're getting sacrificed for one of those things to happen next season, or maybe like directly after they get beat. Like, that'll be signed into law. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a question that I'd rather see Tulane. Tulane's already seen Ole Miss this year, so that is an advantage, even though they got ran off the field.
Yes,
definitely an advantage.
Yep.
And then two, I mean, I think Tulane is a better team. I watched James Madison's conference championship, and I actually watched James Madison play Marshall this year. And James Madison is a Sun Belt conference team, and Tulane is an American conference team. And I think there's a reason that Tulane was ranked higher than James Madison all year. So, to be honest with you, I would have preferred them to just put Duke in the playoff over James Madison. So,
I will say I think Duke would have a much better chance to win a game than James Madison.
Now they still would have gotten kicked out of them by Orange.
No. I would like to ask the betting odds. Like, it's a 17.5 point game for Tulane.
Yeah.
And Ole Miss.
What would have been the Duke
21 point game, 21 point spread for Oregon JMU. Duke's probably what? 18.5 out of Oregon?
I'd say probably
17.5.
12.5.
I don't know, because Duke was getting up there this year on some of their point spreads, until they kind of clawed it back at the end.
I wonder they'd either put it at 16.5 or 17.5. They'd be a little worried and play it safe with a 17.5, or they'd bait you into 16.5.
I just would have rather seen them put Duke in, to be honest with you. Honestly, because you're absolutely right, Joseph. What I've seen in this James Madison team this year, which has been limited, but still, they don't have a chance at this versus and it's just a wasted college football playoff game. I am one of these people. I know you want to get rid of the G5 in the college football playoff.
No. Hang on now.
You want to get rid of the G5 auto bid. Excuse me. Yes, that's what you ultimately want.
No, hang on. Don't paint me into a corner here. I want to get rid of auto bids. I don't want to just get rid of the G5's auto bids. Give me the 12 best teams. If one of those teams just happens to be Tulane or James Madison, they're in there, brother. Throw them in there, baby. And people are like, if you do that, and if you move to the 12 best, you're basically excluding the G5. Brother, Cincinnati made a 4-team playoff.
Yeah, they did.
Bingo.
And they did. And the results of that playoff doesn't matter because they were one of the best 4 teams that year.
They
by record and deserved.
Over the past 2 years, they had proven it.
Yeah. And so, I don't know, guys. I think Tulane has a better shot. But I am disappointed that we're basically wasting a playoff game with Oregon and James Madison because that's what we're doing. We're not painting some field. We're not painting the lines, or I know it's turf, but we're not lining up the Friday or the Saturday night lights for James Madison to shock the world because this is football.
Even if they do, man.
This is not basketball. This is not FGCU Dunk City is gonna go on a magical run, or you're not gonna get a VCU type, or you're not gonna get any of that.
Size matters more in football than it does in basketball.
This is you don't have an insurance salesman that's shooting 40% from 3.
Yeah,
that's gonna get hot against you.
There's no way. Oregon, who did they play? Was it who did James Madison play? It was
Louisville. They played Louisville.
No, for their conference championship. It was
Troy.
Troy. Yeah. I would be scared to see what Oregon would do to Troy.
Well, I mean, they did it to Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Exactly what happened. Good point. Great point.
They did that to Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't want people to hear this and think we're taking an angle to shit on James Madison. It's not.
Good for
I
you.
would love to see James Madison and Tulane play in a G5 conference a G5 playoff. Yeah. And if people think that can't happen, the FCS has been doing this forever, and they've survived. What makes you think the G5 can't?
Yeah.
If the FCS can keep this thing afloat financially, the G5 can do it, especially if it gets subsidized by the big boys and the regular playoffs.
Especially if we had 16 teams and the money coming in.
I saw an NIT bracket for football. That
fun.
Looks pretty sick.
BYU, Notre Dame, Vanderbilt, all teams that
Texas
that you want to see more.
Listen, he's a little. You got to give Drew a little bit of grace when you bring up Texas.
I know,
just a little bit. He's just. It's okay. We get it. We understand.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, this is again, and we're hashing out the same points we've hashed out. I made a TikTok about it. I would rather see BYU making the trip up to. Now, don't get me wrong. BYU'd probably still be like a 10-point underdog to Ole Miss or to not Oregon. Ole Miss. Sorry, to Oregon.
I'd rather see Notre Dame.
But I would love to see Notre Dame going out to. Yeah, no. Well, I'd love to see Notre Dame going to Oxford.
Yeah,
or Autzen, and then BYU going to the opposite. I think that'd be incredible.
It's disappointing, but
or Vanderbilt over BYU.
Yeah,
Vandy making the trip out to Oregon.
Vandy making the trip out to Autzen, dude. Sign me up.
Any of those.
I mean, I know you might not want you want to see it, but you might not want to see it at the same time because
we'd have a decent shot against Oregon.
Yeah,
I think it'd be like a 7.5 point spread.
And I hate to say it, but these are going to be on TNT and True TV. The NFL has Bears Packers on Saturday night.
Yeah,
and the Eagles play. I don't even remember who they play, but it does not even matter because
Commanders. But it's on Fox, and it'll be watched.
Blow them out of the water.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I probably won't turn on the James Madison Tulane game or James Madison Oregon.
I would love
game.
to see James Madison and Tulane play.
I probably won't turn that on right at kickoff. I'd probably be a late entrant into the late first quarter, and
I'm gonna peek in on that.
Yeah, you just kind of look in. You're like, is it 14-0 yet? Oh, it is. All right, I'm out of here.
Don't worry, boys. I'll be the sicko.
I know this sounds terrible, but we already have family Christmas lights drive-through planned on Saturday night, and I was like, "Oh, Tulane Ole Miss, okay."
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm going to be honest. When we came in, I didn't know there were NFL games on this Saturday. So like when I looked at the college football slate, I'm like, why in the hell is Miami Texas A&M at noon? What the hell are we doing? And then when you said that, I was like, oh, it dawned on me. They don't want to compete with the NFL.
Yeah,
Everybody's terrified.
I mean, I get
that's
it.
why they did the Friday night
Dude,
game.
even if you put Miami Texas A&M at 7:30, the NFL would beat you.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think that means you should be scared to do it.
Yeah.
If you're college football.
Sure.
It just takes away from so much, like especially Bears Packers. Like that's just shit, dude. You're not competing with that.
Dude, you telling me? Here's the thing, though. You're telling me we couldn't do like Eagles Commanders at 1, Bears Packers at 4:25, and then Miami Texas A&M at 8 o'clock.
Could, but then the NFL wouldn't get to be greedy. So,
what kind of crazy person are you, Joseph?
Yeah,
I'm just a football fan, dog.
I know.
Because I mean, like, are you really like honestly Eagles Commanders?
I'm not watching that. Like that
like feels like Oregon.
The middle of the day stuff. Like, yeah, you're gonna give me.
Yeah.
Those games are just like.
Wait, what time is the Packers?
8:20.
That's 8:20. That's the night.
Yeah.
Game.
Okay. And say I'll definitely be on that more than I will James Madison.
I mean, I get
the middle of the day.
I'll have both games open. And by the way, new instant reaction co-host right here.
Yeah.
This Saturday.
Let's go.
This Saturday.
I take my caffeine late.
Let's go,
we're getting fired up. So I will have to watch Oregon James Madison, but
I mean,
yeah,
I'm gonna be watching from a mountain.
Oh yeah, you're up there, aren't you?
Oh yeah,
you're doing the snow trip.
Yep.
Where's a roundabout location?
Mars Hill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I knew
we are B&B in it this time.
Oh, okay.
So we can watch football.
Good for you.
Yes, but we're still doing the hiking and stuff.
That's still bros being dudes right there.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's 100% guys being dudes.
Also, speaking of, I was looking up Airbnbs today. We're going to Glacier National Park in March.
Oh my God, that sounds incredible.
It does. If it was 2 months later, everybody was like, in March in Glacier, when you're basically in Canada, everything's still shut down.
Yep.
Because it's so cold and so snowy.
Yep.
So like, sorry, you won't get to see as much. It's still cool. But I was looking up Airbnbs today, all around the Kalispell and Columbia Falls area. Dude, every one of those places looks like a dream.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know it's gonna be cold as shit, but like, that's one thing about where we live. I know it's not the same as out there, but like going up to Mars Hill, like that, waking up and having that first coffee in places like that. I'm like, no wonder everybody moves where we're at.
Yeah.
And lives up in there. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to Charlotte in late March.
Before
back-to-back Charlotte Hornets games.
Nice.
Hell yeah,
First time ever gone.
Nice.
Have you been to Hawks games?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, never to Charlotte. So that's well, my family does know this, but I bought them all Hornets tickets for 2 games in March. Yeah, that's all their Christmas presents. And then going to Nashville, catching the Riley Green concert, April 18th. So.
Sick.
Dude, good year
busy.
for you.
Yeah, busy
Packed spring, dude. Packed spring.
Yeah. That's around my birthday, the Riley Green. So
nice.
Excited for that.
Nice. Happy early birthday.
Yeah.
Super early birthday.
Super early.
Yeah, I was looking at the other day. I was like, man, I've got this trip, and this trip. I'm like, it's all way next year.
Mm-hmm.
I did the thing where I was like, holy shit, it's the middle of December.
Yep. Next year's like 14 days away.
God, dude. Yeah. We have so much to do with this pod plus life.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have we announced it yet?
No, we're just gonna.
I think
we just reveal it.
Yeah, I
think we just reveal it.
Okay. Be looking out for something. I don't know what it is.
Just throw that in your safe.
Because it's one of 2 things now.
Yep.
I guess technically.
Yeah.
Yep.
If one doesn't work, then the other one's going to be better.
Either way,
by the new year, you'll know
something's happening.
Yep.
Rumblings.
2026, you'll know.
Moving and shaking.
Yep. And boy, is that going to open up some access for us.
Yep.
Sick. Yeah, all the podcast things, like and subscribe everywhere. We love you guys. Thanks for everything. So much cool shit. Have a Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. We out.